Hello, hi, welcome to the new video. Here in this particular video, I am going to share my DevOps and DevSecOps interview experience, which is for 3.5 years of experience. Okay, I gathered questions asked in the interview, and also I will share the responses also. So by that, if you are preparing for the similar roles, it will be very much helpful for your preparation. Okay, in real time, how the questions are expecting nowadays. Okay, so without further ado, let's move ahead and discuss the questions. The first question was, can you brief about yourself, what kind of work you have done in past as a DevSecOps, and what is your day-to-day activities? And next question was, can you explain me how the CI/CD works? What is CI/CD tool and which tool have you used? Can you explain how to write the CI file? What steps or stages have you taken? What is continuous delivery and continuous deployment? What makes the difference? What is the application code base you are using? In CI stages, what tools for security you integrated? How you integrated Snyk into your code base? And are you containerizing the application? Which registry are you using, like Docker Hub? And have you used a Docker file? What is the CD process? How it will be done? What specifically you have worked with on CI, and which like tools have you worked with? What deployment strategy you used? How, and any servers, how many servers, actually how many, not any, how many servers have you handled? Have you divided your deployment into any stages? If yes, what are the stages? How to deploy those? Sorry, how to divide those? Do you have separate DevOps team working on your deployment part, or you are handling your deployment part? What exactly you worked on your project? What is your scope of work in your project? What is your cloud platform, primary cloud platform, and what resources have you using on that? What resources have you created with in that cloud platform by using a Terraform? And what is CSPM, Cloud Security Posture Management, and how do you do that cloud security posture management? And the next question was, in Python or Shell, can you tell any recent scripts have you used, and what is the script does, and how the Docker works, like architecture, and what is the containerization application process, like how to, let's say, a developer written your code, now your job is to containerize the application, right? So how do you achieve that? Okay, and yeah, these are the questions like in the interview, almost 22 questions, and let's discuss some like kind of answers, so it will be helpful if you are looking for responses also. So without further ado, let's enter into the answer session. Coming to the first question, can you brief about yourself, what kind of work you have done in past as a DevSecOps, and what is your day-to-day activities? Whenever you are saying about your yourself and day-to-day activities, make sure to describe about yourself overall, and describe about your past experience, and then describe about your like current roles and responsibilities. Okay, the role, I mean the sequence should be like this. I mean the that matters the flow. Okay, so first of all you will discuss I'm a DevSecOps engineer. I have around 3 years of experience, primarily focused on automation, deployments, integration, security testing into the CI/CD pipelines, and managing a containerized workloads across the cloud environment. And if you wanted to specify your earlier organization details, you can specify, and later on you can come with the current organization, and there you need to come with the as of my current organization, my day-to-day activities include building and maintaining CI/CD pipelines in GitLab and Jenkins, and integrating a security tools like Fortify, Trivi, Snyk, Zap, Git leaks, SonarCube at different stages of the software development lifecycle. I also responsible for creating and managing the infrastructure as a code by using a Terraform and AWS. For AWS as a cloud platform, what that is primary cloud platform we are using, and containerizing the application for by using a Docker, and we need to orchestrate with the help of Kubernetes. And I was also writing a Ansible playbooks and Python scripts for automating the task, and I will monitor the system performance and logs using a Prometheus and ELK stack, um, and I will collaborate with the developers to ensure there is a secure scalable deployments are in place. Okay, it is like how you need to answer your day-to-day activities, and also you consider explaining your about yourself and day-to-day activities within like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, take at least 3 minutes. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes, don't exceed more than that, then the interviewer will be get bored. Okay, I think 5 minutes also it's too much. 3 to 4 minutes is best time. Okay, and moving to the next question, can you explain me how the CI/CD works? You can divide CI/CD into two, like CI and CD, and explain that. Okay, and CI/CD is a practice of automating, um, like practice of automating, which includes continuous integration, where in the continuous integration merging of code frequently into a shared repository. We are using Git as a shared repository, the code, and then that will be built and tested by using a unit test cases, and the static code analysis and code quality check will be happened, and that will be validated automatically. This is the process what is happened in the continuous integration stage. And coming to the continuous delivery stage, after the continuous integration, the validated code is deployed to a staging environment automatically for manual testing purpose. Okay, this is the continuous delivery. Okay, and continuous deployment is nothing but the code is automatically pushed to the production after passing the stages, I mean after passing the staging validations. That is a continuous deployment. And each commit triggers, whenever the each commit triggers the CI/CD pipeline, which includes a build stage, test stage, security scan, packaging like dockerization of the application, and deployment by using Kubernetes. This will be taken care entirely in the CI/CD pipeline. And the next question was, what is CI/CD tool you have used? I have used Jenkins as a CI/CD tool, and also GitLab CI/CD, and I was also familiar with Azure DevOps pipeline also. And the next question was, can you explain how to write the CI files? What steps or stages have you taken? In GitLab, like CI is defined in dot GitLab hyphen sorry hyphen ci dot yml file. Okay, and this is the like syntax of that particular file. You need to write like this only. The structure includes the stages like build stage, test stage, security test, and deployment stage. I will break down like how the outline should be. It is the like what is the stage name here, exactly the build is happening, and here in the stage name we are specifying like build will be the stage, and here we are writing the script actually, what exactly the command need to be done in that particular stage, like maven clean install. This is a build stage where we are building the source code and getting the var file or jar file as a output. Okay, and test job, like this is the like name of the job, and this is the name of the stage, and this is the script. That means this is the test cases. Maven test cases will be performed on that test job. Likewise, each and every stage we can include multiple tools. Likewise, Maven here Snyk scan. Here Snyk is scanning in this particular stage, and later on we are going to deploy by using kubectl apply and -f k8s. Okay, here we are deploying the Kubernetes manifest file by using a kubectl. Okay, and each job runs in a stage, and jobs within a stage runs in a parallel unless dependencies are defined. Okay, and Uh, what is continuous delivery and continuous deployment? There is a like minor difference between the continuous delivery and the deployment. Uh, automates the, I mean, in continuous delivery, it will automates the deployment up to staging, okay, and there is a manual approval is required for production deployment, okay, production procedure. And in the continuous deployment, it was fully automated where the code is deployed to production without manual intervention once it is passed the quality gates whatever integrated in the CI/CD pipeline. And what is the application code base you are using, you are working with? Basically, which kind of application? It is Java based or Python based? It is a Java based application with a Spring Boot microservices application, and the front end will be the React or Angular in some projects, and like primarily will be React and Angular in some projects, and integrated with MySQL as a backend database, and also Redis and the cloud native services we are there, like AWS, RDS, and S3 service also. In CI stages, what tools for security you integrated? Security tools I have integrated that comes with the SAST, which is Fortify and SonarQube I have integrated, and Dash dynamic application security testing. It is ZAP, Z attack proxy, and Fortify also I have integrated, and also checkmarks also is in place. Dependency scanning, we have used a Snyk, OAPS dependency check, and a trivia also. And secret scanning, Git leaks and Git guardian we have used. Containers image scanning, we have used a trivia, Snyk, and uh, twist log. Okay. And have you integrated Snyk into your code? If yes, how it will be done? uh, have integrated git leaks, sorry, Snyk into the CI code base, where this will be the job name, and this will be the stage name, okay, and this is the image, like Snyk image. If you are working with the CLI utility, then you can download the exe file of Snyk also, and you need to create a profile in Snyk, and we need to authenticate, and then that will trigger a authentication access to the Snyk UI, and then once it was accepted, the Snyk test will be happen, and we are going to add the Snyk token as a CI/CD secret variable, and that will be stored securely, and that will make a communication with the Snyk, like whatever the profile we have created, and a Snyk like test will be performed. And also we can integrated this into a pipeline for automatically scan for dependencies for, and also we can scan for known vulnerabilities also will be listed by with the help of Snyk. Are you containerizing the application? Which repo or registry are you using? Yes, we are containerizing the Java microservices application by using a Docker. We are going to build a Docker images, and then we are going to push the Docker images into a Docker Hub registry, and we are also using a AWS ECR, like Elastic Container Registry also, and then images then will be deployed to a Kubernetes cluster, Elastic Kubernetes cluster, EKS. And have you used a Docker file? Like yes, I regularly use the Docker file. Can you write an example? This is the example I have written from, like what is the source of the image where we are getting, and this is the copy, like from where to where we are copying, and entry point, what is the entry point of here. And we also use multi-stage build to reduce the image size also. Yeah, this is very much a key important. We can use multi-stage builds to reduce the image size. Let's say if image size was very high, in that case we can use multi-stage build. 1 minute. Yeah, and how CD is done? Okay, continuous deployment, like what is the process of CD? After successful continuous integration, the pipeline, we need to authenticate with Kubernetes via kubeconfig or service mount point, and that will applies the deployment YAML via kubectl. We can use the Helm charts also for templated deployments in some projects, and also we can write a playbook also for deployment configuration. And for AWS, we have used code deploy and GitLab runners on EC2 instances. And what specifically you have worked with CI, and which one, like CI tool he was asking. Build CI pipelines from scratch. I have built CI pipelines from scratch by using a GitLab as well as Jenkins, where I have automated the code build by using a Maven and performed the unit test cases, and also done the static code application security testing with the help of SonarQube and Fortify, and also vulnerability scanning by with the help of Snyk and Fortify. And we have containerized the application in the same pipeline, and we have triggered the CD to the Kubernetes by using a kubectl and Helm charts. What deployment strategy you used, and how many servers you are handling deployment strategies sorry you are handling what deployment strategy you are using, and how many servers you are handling, this is the question. And deployment strategies I was using was rolling update and blue green, where in the rolling update Kubernetes that was a Kubernetes default, and there is no downtime in the rolling update. And in the blue green, for major releases we are going to use, and for we are managing 3 to 5 Kubernetes nodes, virtual machines in AWS with auto scaling. And have you divided your deployment into any stages? Yes, we have divided the deployment into stages in the GitLab CI/CD pipeline. That includes the staging, development, and approval stage, and then production stage. Where in the approval stage, the manual intervention is required, and in the production stage, each has its own namespaces and resources limits. Do you have separate a DevOps team working on deployment in both the companies? Uh, as we have a shared DevSecOps team, and I was directly responsible for writing the pipeline code and managing the deployments as well. And also we need to troubleshoot and build the like troubleshooting and building the deployment failures also. Okay, and also we are responsible for collaborating with the developer team to manage uh, to make sure the pipelines are more secure and efficient. And uh, what exactly you worked in your project? I have created a CI/CD pipeline in GitLab for a Java microservices application, and I have built a IAC with the Terraform infrastructure as a code that includes AWS services like AWS EC2, RDS, IAM, and also I have integrated the security tools into the various SDLC stages. And I managed the containerized deployments in Kubernetes by using a EKS, and I monitored the system by using a Prometheus and a Grafana for monitoring and alerting. And I wrote the scripts in Python and shell for automation and monitoring purpose. And the next question was, what is your cloud platform? Primarily, I have used the AWS, but I was also familiarized with Azure and the GCP basics. Um, these are the like AWS services I have used, like EC2, RDS, EKS, S3, IAM, KMS, key management system. What resources have you created with the Terraform and worked with? I have used Terraform for creating the EC2 instances, for provisioning of S3 buckets, for artifact maintenance, created RDS. MySQL database instance and managed the IAM roles and policies, configured the VPC subnet security groups, and I wrote the modular Terraform code with input variables. And the next question was, what is CSPM and how do you do that? Basically, CSPM was the cloud security posture management, where that will ensures the cloud environment complies with the security best practices. I have used tools like AWS config and open source tools like Cloud Custodian and Prisma Cloud. And activities include, we are going to scan for misconfigurations within the cloud like public S3 buckets, and we need to make sure encryption is enabled and IAM roles having a least privileges, and there is a writing policies to fix the gaps for the security issues, and there is a scheduled scans with report of clear metadata. And in Python or shell scripting, can you tell me any recent scripts you have used with, and what is the script does, and any recent script you have written, like what exactly that does? uh, yeah, I have used a recent Python script like that will automate the container vulnerability scanning, where we are going to import sub process module, and we are going to import JSON also for uh, I mean for input JSON file, and this is the script where we are performing the task to automate the vulnerability scanning in the container, okay, by using Python script basically. Okay, and uh, in this particular script, this will run a tree and processes the output and prints the critical vulnerabilities in the JSON file. Okay, and we are passing the tree. Okay, we are running the tree by using the command. And how the Docker works, like Docker is a containerization platform that packages the application and dependencies in a isolated container, and we use a Docker Docker file to define the image build instructions, and we also run the containers from images by using a Docker engine. um, and the key concepts was the Docker file, where we are going to build the instructions in the Docker file, and image is where it is like immutable snapshot of application. Okay, and containers, after running the instance of an image, the container will be the output, and Docker registry, where it is like a repository like GitHub. Okay, where we are storing the Docker images, and registry, I mean there are multiple registries. Docker Hub was the like popular registry. How to containerize the application? We can containerize the application. Let's say Java application, we can create a first Docker file, and we need to use like the Java image, and we need to copy like what is the source and destination of the jar file, and I mean the source will be this one, and the destination will be in within the image. Okay, and entry point we need to specify, and then we need to build the image by using Docker build -t, and then what is the uh, image name is there. Okay, so once it was built, then we can run the container by using this port. Okay, and it will exposes the 8080 port in container. Okay, and this is the your Docker file, and we are going to push into a repository, that means into a Docker Hub by giving a tag. Okay, you are giving a tag as your registry map like that. Okay, and then we are pushing. Okay, tagging is different and pushing is different. Tagging in the sense we are just labeling, and pushing in the sense we are pushing that into a Docker Hub registry, and then we can deploy into a Kubernetes with deployment.yaml file. Yeah, I think this is the questions, and I think you got certain inputs, and I will share these questions in the description. Kindly check it out and prepare. Okay, and all the best for your interview, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.